Hi, my name's Anna, and I'm making this video to talk about the NACBMA Alliance National Championship categories, which are also very closely related to the World Championship categories, and those are related or originated in Germany as the German national categories of the VDB, also the Verein Deutscher Ballclubs, the Association of German Beer Clubs. So now that we have our Alliance National Championship, or the Great American Beer and Mustache Championship, which will happen now in Richmond, Virginia, and has a website, which is greatamericanbmc.com. Hope I'm right with that. Which I have here on my computer, and in the section called categories, which is in one of the menus on top of the website. Here displayed are the official categories for the Great American Beer and Mustache Championship, and there obviously is there's quite a few. So I believe it's 22 or some such, and they are broken down into mustache, partial beards, full beards, creative beards, which are those Carinas, but we also have styled beards and styled mustaches, styled partials. In between there we have imperial mustache and horseshoe, which are somewhat specialized categories. So today I will make more videos for all the categories, which I will then have on my channel of Whisker Wars. That's what it's called, Whisker Wars. Yeah, believe it or not, that is me running it. So today we decided we really should make a video about the full beard categories, which I'm looking down because I'm looking at a printout of the same thing that you see on the screen, which I'm going to go to right now. I'm going to move this ahead past the mustaches, partial beards, quite a few, to the full beards. Well, it says full beard categories, and I click this down a little bit, and it's not a very good picture here. You can't really see very well what's on the computer. I really recommend you go to the website and pull the categories up, or if you're competing and you're looking at your competition materials, one way or the other, you can follow what I'm actually talking about here, and I'm just really putting it into words in addition to the written words and the pictures. They all matter. The picture does show what the category is. It is quite truthful. It is general, but it is truthful to the idea of what the category is, and that's very important when you decide what to compete in. You do have to follow the category, and if this crosses over to the other categories as well. If you have a style that is not a beard style that you actually have a category for, you need to decide which category to go in. One way is you end up in partial styled and go with it. The other is that you actually shape your beard or change your beard to something that will fit into the categories. And some people do this successfully, by actually starting up and preparing for the next championship by setting the beard accordingly so it will fit within the category. And also to realize is that judges are looking at the same descriptions, at the same pictures. Some of the judges are not necessarily from the beard community or have experience with these categories. They may use this material to judge what you're entering into the category. So that's just a little hint. The first category is Verdi, and Verdi is after the composer. It is meant to be a certain thing. In this case, it's a short beard with a styled mustache. Styled means you use various additives like mustache wax, hairspray, up to you really, to style your mustache only. into a particular real traditional mustache style. And yes, you can look at the picture that basically says it all. And it's important that it follows what I would call regulation mustache standards, which is something such as we originally had this in centimeters, which is basically 1.5 centimeters below your, out of away from your mouth, and I believe it's down as well, but 1.5 centimeters is not very much. So you really want to pay attention to when you are competing in the mustache categories, and in particular, in this case, the mustache part of Verdi, that it follows the same rules as does the actual mustache categories. So it's the same as a real, an actual mustache with no beard, except that here we actually do have a beard. And the beard's intention of this category, the intention is that the beard is short. It is short. It should not be longer than 4 inches from the bottom of your lip, which is here. And yeah, if you have a longer chin, it's not a lot of beard. What you will hear a lot is, the category says as naturally grown, as the description of the beard is as natural as you can make it, but that does not mean that you cannot trim it. In fact, you should trim it to actually acquire the classic Verdi style. You may also see if you can find examples of what people have done at the World Championship or in Europe. Do not look at pictures of smaller competitions, because many of the smaller competitions actually have the description changed a little bit. They're not exactly the same description as what we have here at NACBMA, the Alliance. So basically the same as the World Championship WBMA categories. Those are interchangeable, very close. But in regards to Verdi, it is the same category. The other question that comes up is, how much can you style the beard itself? Can you put products in it? And most importantly, can you roll a longer beard under? This is actually not explained in the category. It is actually left up to the competitor. You can do as you wish. In Europe, they say now you really should not roll it under. It's actually something considered cheating, because it's of course it's simple to make a good beard when you roll your beard under. It's better to do it with what you have and make a nice even beard, and there's a lot of good barbers out there today, from what I can tell traveling around the cities. Barbers sprung up like crazy, and it doesn't say that you cannot go to a barber. So 4 inches below the bottom of the lip, nice and round, smooth, taken care of, not just beard. You want the beard to be trimmed. Or you grew it out and it just has a nice shape, which is a great way to do it. Is when you plan to compete, is to actually time this out so that the beard is just the right length by the time you get to compete in the category. That's been very successfully done, and we move on to the next category, Garibaldi, because Garibaldi, the round seafarer beard, is a perfect example of shaving, like 6 months before the competition and let it grow. Actually, it might be a little bit longer than that. But you can probably time your beard growth and then grow your beard in a way, time-wise, that it will be about 8 inches in length and no longer. You will get in trouble if your beard is 8.5 inches. It's not a Garibaldi. So keep it below 20 centimeters. One way to do it is to actually grow it from scratch, and it may just be close to a year, and you would have a Garibaldi, which does depend a little bit on how your beard grows. My beard is not a good Garibaldi. I can go to the barber and trim it. It will still not be really good. It doesn't grow out the sides very well. So you want to keep in mind how your beard grows. It's a 20 centimeter, 8-inch round beard with a natural mustache. Bigger is better. That's how these categories are, but if you know, things do get judged like 50-50. If you have a really good main beard and your mustache is a little bit thin, no, it doesn't mean that you cannot successfully compete in this Garibaldi category. But do find out, you know, you could go to Verdi, you could do Garibaldi, or you move on to the next category, which is a little bit more basic, and it is for those that do like to let it grow and just grow it out and have a big beard. And there's many people that would not be able to compete with the original natural full beard or full beard naturale, full beard natural, which, you know, is a little bit dependent on if you have a really big beard, you have a better chance. For that reason, the categories did get broken down over time so that there's more than one full beard category and they only differ in length. The first one that you will see on the website is natural full beard. So let's move ahead a little bit. Natural full beard, and the picture looks just like it's basically longer, and it cannot be longer than 12 inches. You have to be under 12 inches. You can measure it the day, you can make it 11.9 inches. You know, if you show up with 12 inches and a little bit, you may just get bumped the next category. If I'm prejudging, if I'm there checking the categories, no, I would give you a really good advice of taking some scissors and making a little bit, just a little bit shorter, so that you fit into 12 under. And the rest of the categories for today's video are self-explanatory. They are the longer beard categories. Beard gets longer and longer until you have the famous big beard that one knows. And then after the full beard categories, I almost forgot, but this is very important, is a category named full beard styled mustache. So here we go again. The styled mustache, make sure, is the same again. It is the same regulation mustache, standard, no amount of mustache hair, no, that is legal, permitted, no, as per ruling, allowed to you to have in the mustache. And it is serious matter. This is very, very serious. You do want your mustache to be the correct dimensions, which is 1.5 centimeters out from the lip. And you know, it's my mustache today might get away with that. You know, it would probably be the category that I would enter. It's a full beard and styled mustache. You know, you can go like this. You can roll it into curls. You can make a dolly. You could make an English mustache. You know, there's really, it doesn't say what kind of mustache to make, and you know, you do see a lot of large curls. You know, but I think, you know, that you might be able to do something else. Your styling is allowed. You can style your life away on your mustache, you know, as long as you use a part of your beard that is in fact the mustache. That is important. After this, we have freestyle. We all know what freestyle is. I've done it many times. Hairspray, 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 hairspray. Thank you for watching.